Hey guys, it's Joe, and this is Pocket with Joe. We're going to talk NHL. We've got three incredible games today. I can't wait to break these down with you guys. Before we do, we have to talk about yesterday. Oh my God, did we have some amazing games yesterday? Congratulations to the Florida Panthers and their fans for getting that win last night, closing out the series, taking it in six. Now, the Florida Panthers came out winning in overtime. What a battle the Washington Capitals put up. That was a 4-3 win for the Florida Panthers. Absolutely fantastic game. I hope you guys got a chance to watch it. Now, in the other games, both of the teams that needed the wins to close it out for game six weren't able to get it done. We have 5 game sevens on this weekend in the playoffs in NHL. It is absolutely crazy, and I can't wait for these games, with 3 kicking off today and 2 tomorrow. The other 2 games last night were the New York Rangers and the Pittsburgh Penguins. Rangers got down in the first. Penguins coming out so strong, 2-0. Going into that second period, Rangers answered back in the third, had a phenomenal second and third period. They answered back in the second, actually, with those 3 goals. It was an incredible game to watch. 5-3 win for the New York Rangers, forcing game 7. Now, game 7 is back on New York's ice. You guys, I'm already liking the New York Rangers for tomorrow, but join me back here tomorrow for all of my bets in that game. Now, looking at the other game, Calgary. Oh, it was heartbreaking. Calgary wasn't able to get it done over the Dallas Stars. I really did think they'd close it out last night. I was writing their team total over 2.5. Wasn't able to get that done. I really expected that third goal to come in the third period. Didn't happen. Calgary started off slow out of the gate. But then I have to give my hats off to the Dallas Stars. Dallas did play a phenomenal game last night. They did get the empty netter to finish it off to push that total over the 5.5. So glad I stayed off that total. These empty netters in elimination games, you guys are going to pull their goalie and someone's going to get it. Either the other team is going to score with the empty net, or they are going to get that extra man on the ice and get it done. So caution you guys on unders in these elimination games. They seem like they should be the way to go. It hasn't been this series. Want to give a huge shout out to everyone in the comments. Courtney, great to see you here. Thank you for joining me this morning for Pocket with Joe. Okay, you guys, let's jump into today's games. We've got 3 stellar ones on the card today. We're going to break each and every one of them down. I will give you the recap at the end of which ones I am betting. We have the Boston Bruins first, kicking off against the Carolina Hurricanes. Now, again, all of these are in game 7. All of these games are tied 3-3. Carolina is at home in this one. Minus 135 on the money line. This money line's actually moved up and down and all over the place. It was minus 128 earlier this morning. I saw high as minus 141 on some books. Now down to minus 135. We have a total of 6 in this one and plus 115 for the Boston Bruins. Now, this will be an interesting game between these two. We know the Carolina Hurricanes come in here with such an elite defense. Their defense over the last 10 have allowed only that 2.6 goals per game. But we look at the Boston Bruins, really stepped up defensively as well, allowing that average of 2.7. Big difference here for these teams is the Boston Bruins actually on the season have averaged more goals. They have come into this strong, averaging that 36.1 and allowing 28.7 shots on goal. It's going to be a really interesting one to see if Boston can pull it off in Carolina. And I really doubt it, you guys. We look at Boston. They've been not good in Carolina, going 0-4 in the last 4 meetings. What Carolina has to do if they want to get this win today is stay out of the penalty box. I really hate what Carolina's been doing, getting these penalties, giving Boston the opportunity. You give the Boston Bruins the opportunity to have a man up on you, they are going to take advantage of it. They are going to score. They're going to make you look like idiots for getting that penalty. And if Carolina plays that game today, that's exactly what's going to happen. So, you guys, I think we can see Carolina come out strong in the first. I love the plus money on them in that first period. In the first period for the Carolina Hurricanes, we can get them at plus 172. You guys know I love that plus money. And in this game, I would love to see defense completely step up. I would love to say this is going to be an under 5.5 game, but I can't take that bet. We've seen such strong trends to the over. 5.5 is too low. I think, this could be a 3-2 style game for the Carolina Hurricanes, and then that empty netter could come because Boston pulls their goalie, or vice versa. So I'm not loving the total in this one. I'm staying off the total. Strong trends to the over. If you want to bet at 7-0-1 in the last 8 meetings to that over, 4-1 in the last 5 meetings in Carolina to that over. What I think I would do if I was you guys, if you're looking to bet a total, is look at the team total of whichever team you think is going to have the more dominating night and take their team total over. For myself, I look at another stat, which is quite interesting. The Carolina Hurricanes have won the last 8 games as a favorite. They've also covered the puck line at home in their last 5. So if you're looking to bet something other than taking one team here, you could look at the Carolina Hurricanes if you think they're going to win. Sprinkle on that puck line. You're getting great plus money with it. But for myself, I'm going to take the Carolina Hurricanes in the first period. I think they come out strong in this first period and get a nice plus money win for us. The next one on the board, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. You guys, Toronto could get into the second round for the first time since 2000. And I want to say it's 4. I believe it's 4. If it's not 4, correct me if I'm wrong. But I think it's their first time getting out that first round since 2004. They need this. Their fans need this. And you guys, I believe they can get it done tonight. The money line has been fluid with this one as well, up to -130 I'm seeing on my book right now. So do shop your lines, you guys. We have +110 for the Tampa Bay Lightning, a total of 6.5. Now, automatically, you look at this game, the over looks absolutely beautiful. We've seen overs and overs and overs between these two teams. I think this is one that could go to overtime. Taking a bet to overtime here definitely gets you some nice plus money. That would be a sprinkle, you guys, but I do think the Toronto Maple Leafs come out and get this win. And at the price we're getting them right now, I definitely think it is worth taking them. This team plays smart. They stay out of the penalty box as much as they can, and they're going to make the Tampa Bay Lightning pay today. I really do think on their home ice, the home ice advantage is so strong between these two. It'd be amazing to see Toronto come out and get the win. And yes, I know we've seen them the last 4 playoff seasons not be able to get out of round 1. I think they break that trend here today, you guys, and take this win. They're 6-0 at home following an overtime game. So they're strong coming off that overtime. I think they come in here with momentum. They're 5-2 in their last 7 meetings. Or sorry, the home team is 5-2 in the last 7 meetings, and the favorites 5-2 in those last 7 meetings. I really do think Toronto takes it. So give me the Toronto Maple Leafs here. I'm going to prop bet this one as well. I'm going to look at Austin Matthews shots on goal over 4.5 at -125. I think that's a nice way to take it. I think for the Toronto Maple Leafs to come out and get this win, we are going to see a dominating game out of Austin Matthews. So I'm willing to take his points over 1.5 tonight. I know it's a long shot, but it plays +160. You guys, I'm not here to bet high favorites at all. I like to take this plus money. So give me the +160 on the over 1.5 points for Austin Matthews as well. You guys, thank you so much for being here, each and every one of you joining me here today. I appreciate you guys. Took all overs today. Trust issues. Yeah, you definitely got to have trust issues with those goalies pulled. Lynn, I absolutely hear you. This hockey series has become a lot of overs. Calgary and Dallas have been the only ones staying under. We got the over last night with that empty netter. I just really can't see a lot staying under. But then I'm looking at this last game on the board, and we have the LA Kings taking on the Edmonton Oilers. We got a total of 6.5 here. The LA Kings coming in at +180. The Edmonton Oilers -220 here for them at home. Huge favorite here for them at home. I can't get there with the Edmonton Oilers. For me, it is the LA Kings on the puck line plus the money line. I really have always said from the start, I think the LA Kings take this series. I'm not backing out of that. I think Jonathan Quick is absolutely phenomenal. 23, 13, and 9 on the season with a 2.59 goals against average. Now, in their last 10, the LA Kings have averaged that 3.2 goals, allowed 3.3. Mike Smith and the Edmonton Oilers have been stepping up, though. We've seen some phenomenal games out of Mike Smith. He's 16, 9, and 2 on the season with that 2.18 goals against average. They have averaged 3.9 goals and allowed a 2.7. But here's the thing. When we look at this series, again, this one is tied 3-3 like all of these games today. 2 of the wins for the LA Kings have been in Edmonton. They are weighing the home ice advantage so heavy here for the Edmonton Oilers. I'm not buying it. I think all the values on the LA Kings today, plus 1.5 on that puck line, as well as sprinkling on that money line at plus 180. I think it's a great way to go with this one. These teams, when they match up, the last 11 meetings between them, the road team has taken 8. So you guys, I gotta ride with the Kings here. I think they have the rest between these two. The LA Kings have an advantage coming in off rest. They're 5-2 in their last 7 games playing on rest. I'm going to stay off a total in this one, though, because what I think, if we see the LA Kings get the win here, I think we might go under. They have to completely limit the offense of the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers are so strong offensively, you guys. I can see the Kings limiting them here, and this total 6.5. It worries me because if we get the empty netter, it goes over. If we don't, it stays close. I think this more than likely is a 4-3 game. So that does push us to 7. But if we have strong defense out of the Kings, which I think we will see, I think this one could stay under that. Not loving the 6.5. I probably, if I had to bet it, if you made me take a total, I would take the over 6.5 in this one. Let's just quickly look here at what the LA Kings team total is today, because normally when we have a dog like this in the situation, they will give us more value on the dog's team total than we're getting on the favorites. Okay, so the LA Kings team total is 2.5 at minus 112. I don't hate that, the over 2.5 in this one. We definitely have to see them get the goals against the Edmonton Oilers, limit the Edmonton Oilers goals. So interesting way to take it. I don't think I will, because I'm already going to take them on that puck line. But I could see them getting this over 2.5. If you're looking to bet the Oilers, if you think the Oilers can get 4 goals, their over 3.5 is minus 118. So not a bad way to go with this if you're looking for a higher scoring game. If the Edmonton Oilers come out and get the win in this one, it is going to be a very high scoring game, I think, tonight. We have seen them limit the Kings, though, as well. But you guys, I've just got a feeling that I think the LA Kings can get it done. And we won't see a Battle of Alberta, which actually probably would be better for the Calgary Flames to face the Edmonton Oilers than to face the LA Kings. Just looking at your guys' comments here. No baseball picks on this show, but make sure you head on over to Twitter and check out my Twitter account at JoMaddenSports. You can find all of my free picks that I'm putting out for the day over there with my Cup of Joe and everything else I do. So thank you for joining me here. Appreciate you guys. So let's just do a quick recap of everything I took here for you guys that jumped on the stream late. It's going to be a fantastic day on the ice. I hope you guys enjoy all of these games. So my free plays for today, the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm going to ride with the Carolina Hurricanes in the first period at plus 172, leaning on them to get the win. And this total of 5.5, I'm worried about those empty netters. I got to take it under or over, sorry. With the empty netters. See, I want to take this under, but I don't see it happening in this one. Boston and Carolina both fighting for their lives. Now, the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Toronto Maple Leafs. Give me the Leafs all day, twice today. I think they dominate tonight. I'm going to take the Toronto Maple Leafs at minus 123 on that money line. I'm also loving Austin Matthews. My favorite prop for him is over 1.5 points tonight at plus 160. I then like his shots on goal over 4.5. You're paying juice on that at minus 125. Now, I also lean on the over 6.5 here, you guys. We know both of these teams can put up the goals, with the Tampa Bay Lightning coming in here, averaging 4.1. Vasilevsky giving them up in this series, and the Toronto Maple Leafs averaging that 3.6 in their last 10. Jack Campbell has been pretty incredible, but we know he has given them up as well. Then the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. Again, I am biased against the Edmonton Oilers. I take this game with grain of salt, but I'm taking the LA Kings plus 1.5 on that puck line, sprinkling minus 180 on that money line. Give me the LA Kings to finish this off and advance and take on the Calgary Flames, because we all know Calgary is going to win tomorrow over Dallas. You guys, best of luck in all of your bets. Thank you so much for joining me here. I appreciate each and every one of you jumping into the comments. It really does make my Saturday morning. So have a good one, you guys. Keep smiling, and you know the drill. Let's make some freaking money. Bye, guys.